Yeah.
It's just different.
This is Luke 18. This is Luke 18. Yeah. You didn't save me. Yeah.
Good morning and welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. Shirley Ferguson. Please don't forget to subscribe and always turn on your notification bell so you'll know that I'm on YouTube. I am doing a series and the series is Let's Talk About It. So what happens is I get questions emailed or inboxed to me, and the questions I will answer my own opinion. And we have, I have someone here that's helping me with the questions. And so let's get started and see what the questions are this time.
Okay, so the first question is, what are some tips I can use to save money?
Tips to save money. Don't spend it. Tips to save money. First, before you can start saving money, you need to know how much money you have. So I've done several financial classes, and what I tell people is to write down what they spend so you can keep a record of where your money is going. Because a lot of times, you know, these days people don't really carry cash, so they're always swiping. So you swipe, and you find out that there's no money left in the bank, right? You're at a negative. So you have to really find out where your money is going. And then that way you can decide what you can cut out and what you can stop. Like, for instance, you go out to eat every day of the week. Well, in order to save money, you probably need to just go grocery shopping and cook for yourself and go out every once in a while so you can save some money. And then also another tip could be to budget. I know a lot of people don't like the budget or anything like that, but I think budgeting is good. So you have a budget of what your amount of money that you bring in, and then you pretty much same thing, write down everything, and then you have a budget to where how much you're going to spend for groceries, how much you want to spend for what have you, whatever it is. And that way you can keep a record. It's real easy to, like I say, use your debit card because you just swipe, but you really don't realize how much money you're actually spending. There is a lady that I know that told me that they were spending like $1,500 a month on fast food or just going out to eat. And because they make pretty good money, and I'm thinking $1,500 on fast food, but they were doing breakfast, pretty much lunch and dinner. And so if you know that you're spending $1,500, even though you're making, say, I don't know, $5,000 or whatever, but $1,500 of it could be going towards your savings and not spending all $1,500 just for fast food. And when they told me how much they spent, I was like, girl, that's just too much money to be spending for some fast food. $1,500, that's like somebody's maybe their rent or something like that. So you have to really look at what you're spending, write down what you're spending, because when you write it down, I did a class one time, and one of the ladies was writing down every time. I told them to write down every time that they spend anything, write it down. And they were really amazed to see how many times they were spending money, even though it's like $5 or $10, $20 here, $5 here. But when you keep adding all that up, you'll be in the hundreds. And now realizing that it's in the hundreds, when you could be saving those hundreds and putting it somewhere where it can make some money off of it. Also, another tip could be paying yourself. I know people that you pay yourself just like how the government takes your money before you even get it. And then you don't want to pay yourself because you already know you get taxed on everything, right? Because you get taxed on the money that you get, then you get taxed when you go to the grocery store, you get taxed when you go to the gas station, you get taxed. So really you're not getting and benefiting from the money that you're making. So what you should do is pay yourself. And I don't care what the amount is because I don't know what you're making or anything. But pay yourself 10% of what you bring home, 5% of what you bring home, 20% of what you bring home. So when you take it away, then you won't be spending the money, because a lot of times what we'll do is we'll spend the money and then whatever's left over we'll get. Well, you need to take out your money, just like how in the church you give to the Lord, and now you need to give to yourself. Now you have whatever is left. That's what you spend on what you need. And if you feel like you don't have enough money, then maybe you need to up your game and get a better job or get a side job or do something on the side where you could, collect more money.
So I have a question about savings. So would it be more beneficial to me to put my money in a savings account or for me not to? If let's say I have a fixed income or I'm not making that much, but I do want to put some money aside.
One thing about savings accounts, they don't really pay. It's just like the banks. They don't really pay out. It's probably like, I don't even know, but like 0.001 or something like that. So basically what you need to do is kind of do some investigation and see, there are different accounts that you could get where you could put your money in as a savings account. They have, I believe it's American Express. They have an app that you could put money into a savings account, and I think it's like a 1.75 or 1.8 or something like that. I mean, that's not a lot, but it's better than 0.00000. But your savings account, to me, I don't really like banks. That's my own personal opinion. But money should be invested so you can make more money. It doesn't make sense to put, $100 in the bank and you're saving it, but you're not making nothing, not even a half a penny. So it's kind of pretty much, to me, it's like pointless. And yeah, I don't care for banks for savings.
The next question that I have is, I'm a person who has a hard time staying in contact with friends or family. Mm-hmm. So what would be your advice for me to be able to communicate with them and stay in contact with them?
Okay, so whoever this is. So first of all, it must be a reason that you don't want to contact your family, or if you're just a person who don't like to reach out. But when you have family or even friends, people want to hear from you. And I know sometimes it's kind of hard because I know my husband, he's not a phone person at all. I'm more of the phone person. I'll text people, I call, I reach out to people, even if I haven't heard from them in a while or whatever. But you have to really put yourself in a place of, you want to stay in contact with people just because life is so short. Even if it takes you a couple of minutes, we're always on our cell phones. We're always on all these social media platforms and things. And to really just text somebody, it only takes not even a minute to text somebody just to reach out and say, hey, how you doing? And if you're not a person that likes to be on the phone, or if you're on the phone and the person on the other end is like talking, then you have to, learn how to, cut them short a little bit, but I just feel like you have to reach out. We can't expect people to always call us or reach out to us. Connection is good, especially with your family, your mom or dad or aunts or whoever, even your cousins, because we probably will talk to our friends more than we do our family. And our family is very important, and we want to just stay in contact with them, let them know that we love them. And like I said, you don't have to spend hours on the phone. Just text, reach out. Even if you call, just say, hey, I'm just checking on you, see how you were doing. It doesn't hurt to do that. You have to kind of push past the little bubble that you're in. You're in the fish tank of your life. You don't want to reach out in the fish tank. You just want to swim around. You have to get to the place where you just reach out. And don't play the tit for tat. Well, they didn't call me. I ain't calling them. They didn't reach out to me. That's really not important, because at the end of the day, if anything were to happen, you don't want to be the one feeling guilty because you never reached out and touched bases with anybody. I just think it's important. It makes a person smile when they know that you were thinking about them, even if you just send them an emoji, a smiley face, or just say, hey. I think it touches people when they see that you have reached out to them. So my thing is just kind of push past that. If you want people to reach out to you, you got to pretty much do the same thing. And even if you don't want people reaching out to you, you have to try to get in a place, because you don't want to be what they call it, a man on an island. You're all by yourself. Because what happens is, if anything were to happen to you, okay, who's going to help you? Who's going to reach out? You the main man on the island all by yourself. You ain't got help to catch no animal to eat. It's just you by yourself. You don't want to be on an island by yourself. It's lonely being on an island by yourself. So yeah, you just gotta push past it. You really do. For me, it's easy because I just like reaching out to people. I just like people. I talk to people, and even if they never respond, because I got a few of y'all out there that I have text over and over and over, and I ain't gotta respond yet. But you know what? It's okay, because I'm not really looking for that. I'm reaching out to let you know that I was thinking about you, praying for you, and so yeah, that I just feel like you have to get past that. You have to, just get past it. Get past it. Get out of your comfort zone.
Okay, so and the last and final question is, I have a hard time managing my time throughout the day. So how do I manage my time on a daily basis?
Managing your time on a daily basis. Okay, first of all, we all have 24 hours. And it's crazy because we'll say, it's not enough time in a day. I don't got enough time. Well, really, the time is there. It's just what you do with your time. So you have to get in a place of that discipline, learning how to get up a little earlier instead of getting up at the last minute, rushing to work, and then by the time you come, take time to get up a little early so you can get some things done. And then also, actually on my website, there is I think I have a PDF on there, and it's called Daily Schedule. And what it is it has, you can go on there and check it out. And what you can do is you kind of monitor your time. So say you're going to get up at 6 o'clock. You're going to do this at 6. Then at 8 o'clock, you're going to do this. And sometimes it's really good to write things down. As the Bible says, write the vision, right? So you got to write things down, because if you write them down, a lot of times we think in our head, and so we think we have enough time. But if we write things down, this is what I'm going to do, our time won't get away from us. Because if we stick to a schedule, I know a lot of people don't like that, but if you stick to a schedule, most of the time you will be able to get a lot of things done, right? You got to get things done, because if not, we'll be a procrastinator, and then we'll keep putting stuff off, and then next thing you know, we turn around, look around, the whole day is gone, and we still didn't do anything that we said we were going to do. So your time is very precious. You need to utilize all the time that you're giving. Make time to do things. Set time aside to do things with your children, your cooking, your laundry, your grocery shopping. If you make time so you don't rush and try to do everything all at once, because you'll get burnt out. You'll get burnt out, and then you're not going to want to do it. And then what happens, that procrastination sits in, and you don't have nothing in your refrigerator, nothing in your pantry, right? But you're hungry, and then you feel like, oh man, I got to go. But if you have planned it right, everything would already be there. So I think managing your time is really knowing that everybody has 24 hours is just what you do with it. You never want to just waste time, because time waits for no man. It's going to keep going. As long as if you keep procrastinating, putting things off, time is going to keep going, and you'll look around, you're going to be 45, you're going to be 55, time is really going fast. So try to write down the times that you're going to do certain things. And my website is www.shirleyhferguson.com. And I believe it's called the Daily Schedule. And if you just pull that off and just start trying to be more organized and be more structured, so that way you can get a lot of things done, and it won't take up your whole day, because you waited and you wasted time and all that mumbo jumbo stuff.
So my thing is, I have a hard time, because sometimes I'll start a task, and before I know it, I'm stuck on one task, and half of the day is gone by, and I can't get the rest of my things done. So how can I manage that? What would you suggest that I do when I go overtime on a certain task and I have other things to get done?
So that's what goes back to the scheduling. So if you schedule yourself out, then you'll know that, okay, I have a couple hours to do this, because we could get stuck on one task, right? Man. And then two, our phones get in the way, because somebody will call or what have you, or you watching something on Facebook, and I'm telling you, when you're on Facebook, y'all, that time you just, next thing you know, you look up, 2 hours is gone. So you need to schedule it out and know that you have a couple hours to do this, a couple hours to do that, because if you don't do that, you're gonna run, like you said, you're gonna run all your time over on one thing, and you haven't even accomplished the 5 things that you had set up to do. So really, scheduling, I think is a good thing. And most people don't want to write stuff down, but I'm telling you, you have to write stuff down, because if you don't, like you said, you'll be 3 hours on this one task that only should have took you an hour. Yeah.
Yes. So that is all the questions that we have.
Something else that it just came back to my mind about the first question.
Money savings.
The money, yeah. So don't do. I know I'm going backwards, but it just came to my mind. Pay like stupid tax. Tax. Your money is going toward, like, for instance, you get a ticket because you were parked in a handicap and you didn't have a handicap sticker. You know that you was going to get a ticket, and you parked there anyway because you felt like, I'm just going to run in real quick and I'm going to come right back out. And then you got a ticket on your windshield for $400. Now you're mad. That's the stupid tax, because all you had to do is park in a regular parking lot, you probably need to walk anyway. Walk a few little steps a little further, and you didn't have to pay that. Or you have a ticket, and you know the due date, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and now you're getting more money tagged on. Even people that do, now this is one, Lord, the fast track. You know you don't have the money for fast track, right? But you go across the bridge anyway. And you zoom through like the camera's not gonna catch you. And then you find out, instead of you paying whatever it is, $6, you end up paying $35 or $30 or whatever it is. So that's, to me, it's stupid tax. You're paying when you could have just gathered up some coins and know that you were going across the bridge so you could pay the toll, right? And then you have maybe other tickets that you wait, or you wait to the last minute to pay your rent. You know you had the money, but then now you're getting taxed, $100, whatever they charge now, $100, $150 because you're late on your rent. That's money that you could have used for other things. So don't pay the stupid tax. That's what we call it, because it is stupid when you could have avoided it. And especially if you already had the money and you just being maybe lazy, or you just waiting. That's like people who have a mortgage and they wait to the last minute or after the 15th, and they get this big old $200 extra, a late fee. Why did you do that when you already had the money? Now, it's different if you didn't have the money. I understand it, or there's another one. Yeah, so you go to that payday, what's it called? Payday loan. And you get a payday loan, and you already know that they're booking people. This payday loan, I'm telling y'all, they are booking. Yeah, you got the little money, but look how much money you got to pay them back. They have to make their money. If anything, you should be, as the Bible says, you should be the lender and not the borrower. So you should be able to, lend money, and you don't have to be paying that stupid tax. And I feel like, we, a lot of our money is being wasted on stupid things. And so to talk about that savings thing, that stuff that money you could be saving instead of giving it to the city or the county or whoever you're giving it to, because you didn't want it, you didn't have the money to do it, or you thought that you were going to get over on the toll, which they're going to get their money. So you just want to make sure that you stay up on that. Never pay your bills late when you know that you have the money. Don't pay your bills late, because that messes up your credit. And we're going to get into that one day. That messes up your credit. And then what happens, it's just all bad. So really, you're self-sabotager. You're a self-sabotage. You sabotage your own self, your own finance, and then you complain that you don't have enough money, which you probably do have the money, but you're probably just wasting on other things. That was just something I just thought about when it came back to my mind. So is that all the questions? All right, for this segment, that's all the questions. If you have any questions that you want answered by me with my opinion, please leave a comment down below, or you can also email me at drshirleyferguson@gmail.com. That's DrShirley Ferguson, Ferguson, at gmail.com. Also, don't forget to go to my website, www.shirleyhferguson.com. And always remember, getting free from people is the key to unlock your full potential. See you next time.